Hey everyone, it's Andy. This is Namaste at Home Yoga. Today's practice is going to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more energy requiring. So we are going to hit up a little bit of leg day. So I hope you're jazzed. I am. You can grab your mat, find some space, and we'll get started. For today, we're going to come into our standing posture to start. Allow those big toes to touch. Heels can rest slightly apart just to get our feet pointed straight forward here. And find a little bit of softness to the knees, finding a micro bend. Just noticing how the hips want to rest today, if they want to sink off to one side or another. If we have a little bit of a natural sway forward and back today, side to side. Allow the spine to grow tall with each inhale. Feeling the shoulders fall away from the ears, chest nice and open, proud. Maybe finding a gentle touch of the chin to help maintain, improve that spine posture. We tend to sit with the head slightly forward sometimes. And with the exhale, starting to notice how the feet are grounded, feeling them pressing into the mat. Eyes may close or gaze get soft. Let's start to bring more depth to our breaths here. Inhale, fill up, fill the belly, fill the chest. Exhale, let them fall. Nice empty. Inhaling, we fill up. Exhaling, let it go. If it's comfortable for you for today's practice, I would recommend continuing with these full breaths, keeping the mouth mostly closed, breathing in and out through the nose. Supplement with the mouth when you need to. And maybe engaging some ujjayi breaths. That inhale, as we've been doing, strong, full. And then as you exhale, finding a slight constriction in the back of the throat, almost like you're fogging up a mirror or doing a really excellent Darth Vader-esque impression. If there's a focus you'd like to bring to mind for practice today, bring that to the front of your attention now. Let's get grounded through those feet. Eyes can softly open if they're closed. We'll inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Interlacing the hands, release the index fingers. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, reaching up and over towards the right side of the room, finding that strong crescent shape. Feeling the core engaged, legs engaged as well here. Equal pressure through the feet. Inhaling, come back through center. Exhaling, second side, reaching up and left. Finding space through the right side of the body. Strength through our core, finding that solid pillar to help support. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, release those hands through center to sides. We'll move through a few flows. If you're not already at the top of your mat, you can go ahead and step there now. Find an inhale to open up. Exhale, forward fold. Come on down. As we inhale, lift halfway, flat back. Exhale to plant the hands, step back into a plank. Finding yourself fired up here, come down to the knees if you need. But feel your shoulders stacking strong over the wrists. If that head has started to drop forward again like mine was, find that little tuck back with the chin. Strong here for 3, 2, and 1. We'll exhale to lower to knees, chin and chest. Inhale, we'll draw forward and up, shoulders down away from the ears. Exhaling, come on back. Find a downward dog. Taking a moment to pedal it out, move around here, just to get settled in. Let's inhale, sending the right leg high. Step outside of the right hand. Keeping that back knee lifted for today. Find an inhale, opening that right arm up and past the right knee. Finding some strength in the legs here. Right hip draws back, left hip comes forward a little bit. Exhaling, hands find the mat. Inhale, left arm opens. Exhale, hands find the mat. Step back, down dog. Moving through that second side, left leg can lift. Stepping to the outside edge of the mat, outside of the left hand. Ankle stacks under the knee as we inhale, left arm opening up. Exhaling, hands find the mat. Inhale, right arm this time. Feeling that strength through the legs. Some pressure in the hand, but most of it through the feet. Exhale, come on back into our downward dog. Let's start to walk the feet forward to the top of the mat. Finding a forward fold. And roll it up vertebrae by vertebrae to stand. Find a big breath in here as we sweep those arms wide. Exhale through center. Hips low, arms high here, send it back. Think about drawing belly button in towards the spine. Tailbone points towards the earth. And if the shoulders allow, arms come up so biceps are in line with the ears. Strong through the arms. Energy shooting up those fingertips. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lower, let that go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands plant, step back, plank. Holding here for a couple of breaths again, just firing things up. Next, exhale, we lower to knees, chin, and chest. Inhale, draw it forward and up. Exhaling back, downward dog. Send the right leg high, inhale. Step between the hands. Left heel finds the mat as we press up for warrior 1. Hands may catch hips, float through center, or come overhead as we settle into this lunge. Bending through the right knee so it stacks over the ankle. Whole left foot pressing down solid into the mat. Feeling my hips start to square here. Left hip draws forward, right hip back. And exhale, lower, frame the foot, step back, down dog. Second side, left leg, inhales high. Stepping between the hands. Right heel finds the mat. Rounding through to lift. Settle into that lunge, warrior 1, second side. Feel the right foot really grounded in the mat again. Right hip starting to draw forward. Even if fingertips are reaching high, take the next exhale to let the shoulders melt away from the ears a little more. And exhale, go ahead, frame that foot, step back, downward dog. Let's move through a flow here. Inhaling forward to high plank. Exhaling to lower, find a hover or knees, chin, chest. Inhaling forward and up for up dog or cobra. And we'll meet it back in our downward facing dog. Send the left leg high, stepping between the hands. Right heel finds the mat, foot parallel with the short edge, setting up for warrior two. We'll float up and settle into this lunge. Really focusing on the legs here. Thinking about equal pressure through the feet. Upper body just gets to hang out. Be light. Sounds nice. It's a lot easier to just say it than it is to really feel that, I know. Think about lifting up through the pelvic floor here. A little bit of a squeeze, almost like you're going to draw your legs together. Over the next couple of breaths, can we find more depth here? Pressing out and back through the left knee. Next exhale, go ahead and frame, step back, downward dog. Right leg inhales to lift. Exhale, step between the hands. Left heel finds the mat, warrior two, second side. We'll float up. Start to find that strength, that solid wide stance. Legs working. Warming up, fired up. Again, finding that press out with the front knee. Keeping it stacked over the ankle. Find that lift in your pelvic floor. Lower ribs tucked in, core so strong. Maybe challenging our depth for one more. Exhaling to frame, come on down, back to a downward dog. Your choice, hang out here or move through a flow. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhaling, we lower. Inhale is a lift. Meeting back, downward dog. Sending the right leg high with an inhale. Step outside of the right hand. Finding more of an active lizard pose today. I'm going to keep the knee over top of the ankle. Start to draw the chest forward and down. Allow the hips to get a little bit heavy, but let's keep the back knee lifted. Maybe we stay here. Maybe we find a bend to the arms or coming to forearms. Listen to what your body's okay with, but keep those legs fired up. This knees hugging in towards the shoulder. Engaging some of our adductors. Back of that left leg, lifting high. If you're on forearms, you can go ahead and find the hands once more. Go ahead and send the right foot back to a three-legged dog. Get up high. Holding it as high as you can. Flex the toes back towards you. And gently release back down to your mat. Second side, left leg, inhales, lifts. Stepping outside of the left hand. Stack it here, knee over ankle. Start to draw the chest forward. So we let those hips drop. Legs stay strong. Noticing where we feel space here, whether it's more in and around that front hip, maybe in our back hip flexor. Could be several spots. This is a pretty intense spot to hang out. You can add that bend to the arms or find forearms if it's available. Keeping that back leg lifted. Legs so strong, fired up. Hug that left knee in. And if you found forearms here, go ahead and come back to hands. Send the left leg back up. Three-legged dog, kick it high. And fire up so toes are flexed back towards the face. Nice. Release that back to your mat. Hang out in your downward dog or move through your flow. Inhaling to shift forward. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhaling back to our downward dog. All right, let's amp things up a little bit. Left leg, inhales high. Step it between the hands. Finding our runner's lunge here. We'll keep the legs strong, lifting up through the back of that right leg again. Press firmly through your front foot as we inhale, lift the chest slightly, send the arms back. Drawing those shoulder blades back and down. And that chest, the torso, is just coming to hover off of that front leg. Maybe we get higher on our back toes. I don't know if I have room for this next part or not, so we're going to find out. But we can get high on those back toes. Maybe we start to shift the weight forward, transferring into that front foot. Forward toppling tree. Keeping hips square, right hip comes down to face the mat. For 3, for 2, and then with as much control, as much gentleness as you can, come back to your lunge. Nice. Hands frame that foot, step back, downward dog. Let's move through our second side. Right leg is gonna come high. Stepping between the hands. Setting up for our runner's lunge. Arms can come back, inhaling, find that lift. That strengthen the legs. Solid balance. Maybe a bit of a lift through the back leg or bringing the heel high. And then we stay here, we start to get lighter on those back toes, shifting the weight forward into the front foot, finding a lift to toppling tree. How's that breathing going? Keep it strong. Stronger than your legs. Breath supports. 2 more. Again, as gently as you can, come back to your lunge. Frame the foot, step back to your downward dog. And hang out or flow it out, your choice. I'll meet you back here. Let's start to walk the feet forward. Meet at the top of the mat in a forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to, so that you can hook your peace fingers around your big toes, index and middle. Activating a little bit more through the external rotators of the hips with this next one. You may have done this one with me before. It's definitely a favorite of mine. And be kind to yourself here. Have some fun with it. Find that edge of discomfort, of challenge, stability. As you start to shift the weight over into one leg, knees can bend as much as they need here. Right foot can start to get light. And if it's available, maybe it starts to lift up and away. Still allowing the torso to face the mat. Couple more. Exhaling, we bring it back down gently. Woo. And we'll find our way to that second side. Shift the weight over to the right foot this time. Left foot gets light. Maybe it lifts. Legs are working here. Last one or two. Make your way back down with an exhale. Release that grip. Ragdoll forward, let that go. You can start to walk the hands back up the body here. Come on up to stand. Inhaling, we sweep open up. Exhale, hands are flowing through center. Let's catch hips. Step the right foot back on your mat. Finding a nice wide stance, maybe about a leg distance apart. Hands can stay at the hips, or maybe they come out to sides as we move through some nice wide squats. Finding an exhale to lower, and a couple of breaths to stay. Think about dropping the tailbone, pressing the knees back, keeping shoulders stacked over hips. Can we challenge that depth for a couple more here? Next, inhale, come on up. Exhale, release. You can keep the feet as wide as they are. And toes can stay turned out, or if it's more comfortable for you, point them forward. Adjust as you need to here. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale, hinge forward. Allowing yourself to find that wide forward fold. Then walk the hands over towards the left leg. If you've turned the toes back in, you can point them out a little bit. We're going to send ourselves down into a side lunge here. Hips might stay fairly high. Maybe the hips drop all the way down to a deep side lunge. With an inhale, we're going to float through center and transfer over to the opposite side again, staying high. We're allowing those hips to drop low, keeping knee and toe pointing the same direction. Next, inhale. Come on through center, fingertips if you need them. Exhale, find your lunge. Inhale through center. Exhale, lunge. One more each side. Inhale, center. Exhaling, lunge. Inhale, center. Exhale, we lunge. Beautiful. Use the hands as you need to. Straighten through the legs. Hands over towards that right foot this time. And we'll find our way back through center. You can pigeon toe the toes slightly. Get strong through the feet. Press down through all of the toes, all four corners of the feet as we press up to stand. Whew. We can step ourselves back to the top of the mat. And finding just a bit more activation through the lower body. Why not? It's leg day. We'll throw some challenges in. Let's inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, sending the hips low, hands through center, legs pressing together. Staying here. Or finding a twist as you exhale, bringing right elbow towards the left thigh. Keeping knees in line. Take a variation here if you need. Maybe hand finds the leg, left hand finds the low back. Challenging yourself to bring hips lower than shoulders. Inhale back through center. Exhale, other side. Left elbow, finding the right outside edge of the leg. Keeping hands through center. Taking other variations as needed. Inhale through center. Exhale, release for a moment. We're going to try one more thing with these twists. Should be a good balance challenge. Again, be kind. I'm trying to make this difficult. So if it's hard, it takes a couple tries. That's all right. It might for me too, who knows? Just allow the body to be where it's at today, knowing with every bit of challenge we bring in, we're also encouraging strength through our whole body. Let's start to bring ourselves back up. Find an inhale to sweep the arms wide. Exhale through center, back to your seat. Inhale, regrow tall. Exhaling, twist. Right elbow comes across, or right hand. Lifting through the right heel. Maybe one, maybe lots of little steps to come back to revolved lunge. Nice. From here, inhale through center. Send the legs back like you're going for runner's lunge. This time, interlace hands behind the back. You can open through the chest. And maybe we stay here. Maybe we start to dip down towards the inside of our left leg. Could be a good balance challenge. Keep pressing through that foot. Next, exhale, go ahead and frame the foot. Step back, downward dog. Moving through a flow. Inhale, shift forward. Exhaling, we lower. Inhale, draw forward and up. Exhale, send it back. Send the left leg high. Stepping between the hands. You might love me or hate me for this. Inhale, hands through center. Exhale, twist. And one or lots of steps. Find your way back to your prayer twist. Nice. Come through center. Releasing that in a forward fold. And we'll give our second side a go. Come on up to stand. Fill up. Get excited. Sweep the arms open. As we exhale, we sit down. Inhale to grow tall. Exhaling, we twist. Elbow or hand finds that leg. Left heel's light this time. And one or lots of steps. Coming back to your revolved lunge. Finding a couple breaths here, legs are fired up. Building heat. Deeper breaths always. Inhale through center. Send the arms back like your runner's lunge. Maybe hands interlace behind the low back. Staying lifted. Or starting to dip forward to the inside edge of your right leg. For 3, 2, and 1. We'll exhale, frame that foot. step back, downward dog, and through a flow. Moving at your pace. I'll meet you back in downward dog. And I hope you are warming up because I sure am. Let's go ahead and send the right leg high. Stepping between the hands. Inhale, hands through center. Exhale, twist. Let's bring it into our starting spot. One or lots of steps as feet come back together. Hips sitting low. Inhale through center. Exhale, let that go. You can bring the feet about mat width apart. Toes turn out. When you're ready, send those hips low for Malasana or our yogi squat. Hands can float through center to draw the chest forward, pressing out against the legs. Adjusting that stance if you need to. Heels may be lifted, they may lower. And go ahead, take a seat on your mat. Whew. It's heating up in here. Well, let's bring right foot in alongside the upper inner left side. Finding a little bit of ease now. Rather than going directly down the straight leg, we're going to go between the bent and the straight. Finding that length in our spine as we inhale. Exhale, start to draw us forward, thinking about bringing the chest forward first. And when you can go no further, we'll allow this to get more passive, letting yourself round. Let the head melt, letting gravity work. Just keeping the left toes, left knee pointed up towards the sky. Avoid letting it roll in to help protect that knee joint. Feel the sit bones grounded here. And start to make your way back up to that tall seat. Go ahead and switch legs. Other foot tucks in towards you, extending the right leg away. Finding that tall spine first, letting those sit bones be grounded. And then moving with the breath, we'll find our forward fold. Starting to walk ourselves forward and down. Maybe starting to create space through the back of the leg, maybe through your adductors. And then letting go to gravity a little bit. Sit bones are planted down. The rest of us just melts. Can we slow that breathing a little bit? And then we'll bring ourselves back up. No rush there. You can collect the legs in towards you, setting up for more of a hip opener. A couple of options that we can go for here. We can either keep the bottom leg extended, cross the right leg over top, making a 4. We can cross ankle over knee, knee over ankle. Or if you're not feeling a lot here and wanting to go maybe a little bit deeper, you can cross knee over top of knee so that outside edges of feet come to rest on either side. Take your pick. Everyone's hips are built a little bit different, so we'll all feel these different. But regardless, I would like sit bones to still be in contact, still be heavy on your mat here. You can move with that breath. Think about inhales as inviting space. Exhales as releasing a little bit of tension. Moving through a pain-free range. Maybe finding some pretty good stretch. Maybe finding some other things that are starting to come to mind. Allowing those thoughts to pass through for now. Coming back to your focus that you chose at the start of class, or coming back to your breath. Noticing the sound that it makes as it moves in and out. Over the next breath or so, you can find your way out of whatever hip opener you are in. Untangle the legs, stretch them out for a sec if they need. And then we'll find our way into the same thing for our second side. So adjust however you need to, take your pick. I probably need all three of these hip openers. I might come back to them after practice today. And then settle in, really making use of the breath here. It's incredible how much of a tool it can be for us in our practices. Incredible how much one breath can do for the body in terms of feeling it, maybe energizing or calming, depending on how we allow that breath to move. Feeling it make its way through the body, the different areas of tension, sweeping it out. Inhaling space. Exhaling, finding release. Take your time again, finding your way back up. And we're going to make our way onto our stomach. So go ahead and send your legs out behind you. Settling onto the mat. And then adjust the arms as you need, just to be comfortable. We're going to bring that right heel in towards us, catching onto the ankle, maybe to the foot or to the pant leg. If you can't quite reach, feel free to use a strap. And then allow yourselves to melt in again here. Front of the body is just heavy. A little bit of activation maybe through that arm to help bring space through the front of the leg, getting into the quad. Maybe we kick into that hand slightly, inviting more space through the hip flexor. And with your next exhale, gently releasing that grip, letting the leg fall away. We'll find our second side. The left heel draws in towards us. Finding a grip and then allowing ourselves to settle. Feeling how much of the body is supported by the ground here. Really connecting with the breath as the belly and chest fill and empty. once more, we can gently release that leg. Rest the palms into the mat, sliding elbows under shoulders for Sphinx pose. Inviting some openness into the T-spine. So we draw the shoulders back and down, chest almost pulls forward here. And releasing to come back through the mat. Hands can plant under shoulders, core strong. We'll push back to a child's pose. Allowing hips to sink back to heels. Knees, hip or mat distance. Chest melts, forehead melts. Find your breath. Maybe rocking the forehead slowly side to side, massaging it out. Coming back to your focus. Finding a couple of your deepest breaths yet. And starting to walk yourselves back up. Find a comfortable seat, however you would like to be. Maybe we take a moment here, giving our bodies gratitude for the work that they just put in. Whether this one was really challenging today, felt really good, or just created some heat. Giving yourself a big thank you. And softly open the eyes if they are closed. And hopefully we hit some interesting spots in the legs today, got some things fired up and strong. That one certainly had some challenging moments for me. So yeah, hope to bring a few more of these in every once in a while. And we'll see you again soon. Namaste.